So in this video, we are going to be recapping the first few games of the season, our second full season as Rosenborg manager, as we are looking to rebuild this fallen giant. And let me tell you, we are still spending more on staff wages a month than players' wages, but we are getting there in terms of cutting that down. We've just got to keep progressing. Now, my question of the day is, have you been playing fantasy football? Have you joined any leagues in the Premier League one? My link will be in the description of this video if you want to join my fantasy football league. Hopefully you're enjoying the season so far. I do love watching Premier League football, and being English, that's my go-to, as well as low league football. If you're following the low leagues of England, let me know who has been surprising you so far this season. But let's get into today's episode. So we start on the expenses screen because I was looking to see how we're looking in terms of what we spend in each month. And last month, for example, the month of May, we spend most on tax, then match the expenses. Staff wages at 141 with players' wages of 128. So I was interested in that. In terms of all season then, youth setup's a little bit over, it's 782. Don't quite know why we spend so much. Does the intake take out a youth expense, maybe? Have we had a massive jump somewhere? I can't really see. I wish you could zoom in on this a little bit better. Staff wages 686. We spent 2.886 last year, and we're pretty much halfway through the season here. So if we can get that to, I don't know, around 1.5k for the year, it's a lot less than last year when we just blew a fortune on it. Transfer expenditure 638. Then we've got non-football costs, other, then players' wages of 554k, which is more than last season, but we're still so much less than any other club in the league. It's crazy. So look at how our youth team's doing so far this season. Shanker's continued how he did last year in the goals as we played 15, won 15. He's just an absolute machine at this level, he really is. Last season he played 46 starts, 1 sub, 59 goals. This season, 18 starts, 2 sub, 24 goals so far. But our under-19s are dominating the local league. It was kind of expected. We do need to get back up into that top flight, and hopefully this year is the year we do that. But in terms of our B team, looking really successful as well. I did say I hoped for relegation a little bit last year, because going back into the 4th tier, we could give some of our youngsters a bit of football this year. And it's worked with Knut Kåre Evian Seam, who's only played in the cup for the first team this year, has played 9 starts for the B team, scoring 12 goals. Aged only 17, just turned 18 soon. Really, really nice team, scoring a lot of goals at this level. And Kroglund, who I gave a new contract to, because I do think has a bit of potential. Maybe he might only end up being a B team player, but he's scoring goals for us at the minute. And I'm just really, really pleased that we've dropped down to the 4th level, but we're looking really, really good at this level. So, yeah, very pleased with that. I think it's great to see. So in terms of the first team then, so far this season, we've played 9 games, and it's been very, very hit and miss. So we start off with a 3-all draw to Stabæk, unfortunately conceding in the 95th minute to a João Silva goal after Lima Torres, Castell and Torres on the score sheet for us. But a point away from home to Stabæk, I've got to say I was pleased with. I was fairly pleased with that. We followed that up with a Castell goal not being enough as we went down at home to Egerton 2-1. Disappointing there. And even more disappointing is that we travelled to Endavik in Stavanger and lost the game 3-1. Sjælland being the goal scorer for us. But 2 defeats in the first 3, 1 point from the first 3 games. A bit concerning. It really was a bit concerning. Now, what I would say is you can see them first 3 games we played that 4-2-3-1. I then switched to the 5 at the back, the wing-back tactic. And things really did turn around. So 2-all draw at home to Odds before a 1-all draw away to Valerenga. The goal scorers against Odds were Shield and Strummen. Against Valerenga was Castell, who has started really, really well. We then beat Ulkissa 4-0 with Pereira, Dahl and 2 from Castell, before playing Hamkam, where Torresen and Castell got the goals as we drew 2-2. We then played Lillestrøm at home. Sjælland go for us, a 95th minute equaliser for them. it's been the story of our season where we've left points on the pitch due to late goals. But we have just beat Fleur 4-1 with Castell getting 2, C and Dahl on the score sheet. And I've got to say, with only 2 defeats so far this season, I've got to be pleased. But we're just leaving points on the table, in my opinion. Now, we are only 3 points off the European qualification spot. So we've got to just keep pushing on, keep working hard. 2 victories, 5 draws, 2 defeats, a +4 goal difference. We're not playing badly. We are not playing badly, but we've just not kicked into gear yet. And I think that's the biggest issue we've got at the minute. Now, season preview-wise, we are 12th. So we are slightly above our season preview by 1 spot. Got to be happy with that. I'm just curious, team detail compared to everybody else. And we are the 2nd lowest spenders now. Pathetic, really, if you think about it. We should be doing better. Ulkissa only spending 1.14, where we are now spending a massive 1.34 million. With Lilstrom spending 49.43 million. I created that powerhouse. Eggerson in 3rd, 21 million. I created that powerhouse as well. Oh, I should have thought about this before I did it. In terms of average attendances compared to the rest of the division, then we are 5th. 90% capacity full in most games, so we are getting a decent crowd, and I would like us to try to sell out more though, and I guess that would come with a bit more success, wouldn't it? Possession wise, we're 7th with 50%. We're not really dominating possession, which is a bit concerning in games, especially when I do try to hold onto the ball sometimes. Our top goal scorers so far this season with 6 starts, 3 sub appearances. It is Toshi Castell, who has been fantastic. 240k, 8 goals in 6 starts. He has been an absolute goal machine. Of course, we're recording a video, so there is down arrows, as always. I don't think we're going to hold on to him long. I honestly think if he continues this season and gets to 20 goals throughout the season, we'll probably end up having to move him on when we get a big offer in. Torreson has picked up 3 goals as well, so he has started the season well after a good season last year. Really like him. Shelland also picked up 3. Seam with 2, both of them came in the cup. Obviously, he's doing really well for our B team. I do think a successful year for our B team could see him move up into the first team. Now, Dan Finch only has 1 goal and it did come in the cup. Hopefully, he continues and starts scoring a bit more. He has started 3 games in the league and came off the bench once. So, pretty much 50% of the games he's been featuring in. Since we went to the 3 at the back, though, we have looked a lot better. Figueroa, Hellberg and Sheila as our back 3, with Gulbrandsen and Dahl as the wing backs. I did push up the centre mids just to try to get on the opposition midfield a bit more. So Neeson and Shelland have been in the middle. Shelland has started the last few games. If we go to reports and form, you can see here he was coming on, but then the last few games I've just been starting him and he's been looking really good. You can see a 6.6 in the first game, but then 7.4, 9.0 and then a 7.1. He really has cemented that central midfield spot. In attack midfield, Bellinger, who I have been retraining the attack midfielder role, and then alongside Pereira with Castell obviously in front of him. I think it's a solid team, I do. We're very inconsistent, obviously only 2 wins in the first 9. Could turn it the other way and say only 2 defeats in the first 9. But I would like to see us maybe start to press teams a bit better. Maybe start to dominate games a little bit better. I do worry about our defence. I think in the summer, this no-nonsense centre-back stopper position, someone who pushes in to win the ball, we need to improve. I would like someone like Nisvian, but he's only got 4 for heading. So I don't feel confident at all playing him as a stopper because balls over the top, he's just never going to get to them. If balls come in behind the midfield, he's going to be losing all the headers. And if they have a target man, they just put him on him. They just put him on him and they'll dominate us. So unfortunately, I think the problem is Torres was out injured. Torres coming back in, I think, moves in and becomes first choice ahead of Neeson now. I really do, because I think Torres in games is performing better. He's better at dribbling, better at moving the ball. So again, though, he only has 4 heading. If he was better at heading, I could potentially retrain him as the no-nonsense central defender on stopper. So we are in a tough position because Trosseth also only has 4 for heading. So also someone who is a defensive midfielder who could have been retrained in that position but can't head with a ball. It seems to be the story of our life. But we're getting there. We are getting there. We really are. We've just got to keep progressing. Keep looking at plays. You can see there, the only issue here is Osman Issi is our key player. He doesn't want to be here. He has played some games, 3 starts, 4 sub appearances. He's wanted by Man United, Tottenham, PSG, Atlanta, Calgary and Lecce. Yet, none of them will offer 1.1 million. They've all offered like 500k and stuff. I really don't want to lose him. If we could find a way to convince him to stay, we might end up going with like 3 people behind the striker for a very offensive tactic of him, Pereira, and Bellinga. Them 3 behind Castell or Finch would be insane. And then coming off the bench, Torreson or Castell or Finch. But I want to get these guys on the pitch as much as I can, Torreson and Finch, because they came through the academy. They deserve a chance. But I just feel like Castell scoring 8 goals can't be dropped. Pereira with 5 assists can't be dropped. The positive is, it's a very, very good situation to be in, where you have a couple of people you want to put into one position, instead of not having the players available, like I feel in central defence at the minute. So we'll continue to push on. I'll continue to see if we can come up with a solution to make ourselves a bit better defensively and stop conceding them late goals which end up costing us 3 points. And I will continue to see if we can create a powerhouse team here with Rosenborg. Join me in the next episode where we will recap the summer transfer window and we will have a live comment in that video. Thank you for tuning in. I've been Paul, also known as the Northman, and I'll see you next time.